second installment of this amazing series, Alchemy, Benevolence, and Culture. Give yourselves a round of applause for that. For being here, coming out, supporting what we're doing. It's amazing. Again, like Randall said, bridging the gap between emerging artists and professional artists. Two amazing, powerful women within their own rights, within their own craft. An amazing alternative R&B singer. She's done some work not only in Toronto but in the States and internationally. Make some noise for Child Wisdom! Come on through! The foundation of Canadian hip-hop, like legitimately the foundation of Canadian hip-hop. I'm just gonna say the goddess of Canadian hip-hop. Influential presence and still doing and still rocking and still so virtuous, Miss Michie, aka But Gal Me.
How's everyone at R.I.S.E? It's my second time here, and it's nice to definitely see growth. I see a lot of new faces, a lot of faces that I've seen on social media. You guys are a really good team, so don't give up on what you're doing, because I wish I had this when I was doing my thing. Honestly, this is a really good platform and a really good movement, and not only for hip-hop and rapping and poetry. The poetry, the denomination of music is here. And seeing it at you guys' age, I like that. Okay, we didn't start yet, right?
Don't shy away from the mic shot. Okay. You seem to have a lot of genuine love for the people that support your music. I've heard you in different interviews, and you always shout out your supporters. You don't even call them fans. Really,
no, fan is a weird thing for me. I don't know, because it's not. When you, I don't know. When I feel like when you call somebody a fan, you've removed yourself from like the human experience. You know what I mean? Like, a fan is somebody that you don't know, that you've never seen. That, you know what I mean? Like, I always feel weird being like, and my fans, no, like, no. Like, these are people who support me. Like, if I see them on road, like, don't ever feel ways to be like, hey, Shy, because I'm not going to punk you. I know I may seem a little aggressive, but I'm not a mean person. So if you ever want to say what up, anywhere you are, please do.
The main feature, Dynasty, was performed today. I say, you influenced that style.
Like, that's next, that's the level. That's the next.
You understand what I mean?
That's my protege. And we're going to set it off. We're going to set it off.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, you did.
You heard it here first.
I've been looking for an artist, a couple artists to work with, and she definitely has. We've been talking for a minute, so I want to get it all solidified and let you know that we're going to take a couple journeys together and have her follow through.
Celebrate. One of R.I.S.E's own.
And what I liked about your story quickly is just that you told a story about your mom, and it brought tear to my eye. And that's kind of what happened to me, too. And I'm going to shout out another artist real quick, Keisha. Yeah, there's two young MCs that just go hard.
Put your hand up.
Don't hide.
Put your hand
they
up.
go hard on social media, and it's not easy. And she's had her parents behind her, too, and I'm friends with her father. You know, Share Magazine, photographer Ron Fair. I'm blowing you up. Because it's not easy for artists out there. And it's like, you're here to see me, but I'm here to see you and find out who you are. And when I see two stories, and we're going to keep crossing paths. That's why I'm here, because the same people you pass on the way up, same people you pass on the way down, the same people you pass getting back up, same people you want to help. And someone helped me, so that's why I'm here. So I like to point out the artists that are in the house trying to be all humble on their journey up. Welcome to the game.
Who passed the torch on to you to say, like, yeah?
It was so interesting when she bigged up her producer. He passed away. Scott LaRock, DJ Scott LaRock. KRS-One. Because we were very Bronx-based. There was a lot of Boogie Down Productions and Boogie Down. A lot of West Indian Jamaicans there. So my family was definitely in the Bronx. And we'd go on Stardust, and that was like a little hip-hop club. I was part of Zulu Nation, Young Zulu Nation, just trying to find out. Okay. I thought I was going to be like a 5%er. I was reading, because at that young age, too, you look for knowledge anywhere you get it. And in the hip-hop community, there was a lot of knowledge just in the street.
The first person to believe in what I was doing is actually my brother, not my eldest brother, but one of my older brothers on my dad's side. His friends were putting together a website selling some merchandise, some bootleg thing, And they needed like music to play in the background of their website, and they were like, "Can you just?" And only my brother knew that I had a little singing thing happening for me, so he was like, "Let's pick you up, go to the studio." I was like, kind of tired. I want to go to my bed. But, you know, he's my brother, so I came through and I sang the song that they asked me to sing, and they were like, yo, you should try it, dang. And I was like, all right, sure. And then maybe like a few months later, I started making my first mixtape because it was just a try it thing at that point. Okay. And those are the first people that believed in me, actually.
A lot of people here, how many people here have actually seen Shy perform live? Raise your hands. Raise your hands, right? Raise your hands.
I appreciate that. Everybody knows in the summertime, Toronto comes alive. The winter, not so much because mans are trying to stay inside. But, you know, like the culture, like the people really come together and like create a very unique experience for people who are on the outside coming in and experiencing Toronto. Being someone who was like raised here and everything, like it's hard for me to pinpoint exactly what about Toronto has been inspiring, but Toronto is an inspiring place. People come from other places and say, yo, I want to move to Toronto. And we're over here like, I want to move to New York. No, you don't. Over here it's popping. You just have to make it poppin' for yourself and realize like Toronto has a lot to offer.
To make myself, when we had the record deal first with First Party and Warner Brothers and Atlantic Records, they only had MC Light and they only had En Vogue and they only had me. When I say it like that, we were like a whole bunch of black girls on one label and no one knew what to do with us in terms of Warner and the team and put us out. So we had to find a way. So the only way that I could make myself different was to use where I was from. They're like, Michie, we want you to be different. I would be in situations in New York, they'd be like, let's just get her mad. She talks Jamaican. And in the booth. And there would be times where they'd be like, just get her mad, just get her mad. And they would try to get me mad. They even tried that the other day on Drop the Beat. Like they do that when they want that side of Michie or some chick pops out. But yeah, and the same thing happened. And to me, it was a dialect of the Toronto culture. It was a dialect of hanging out and Jana Finch and Martha Eaton Way and Tretha Way and just Jane Strip and just us. And just how we spoke. And then going over there, it made me different. And it made me different. Then they had Shineheads. They had, Heavy D was out there. And Heavy D was really fighting. May he rest in peace. He was really fighting to make the reggae an influence through Andre Harrell's. And Puffy was young at the time and all that good stuff. So we were fighting. And Shinehead had had a really hot tune. And I came here and there was dub plates here. And High Tech was a sound over at Falstaff's. And I did a dub plate for High Tech. My first dub plate was pirating and mimicking Shinehead here just to make myself back into Toronto. That's when I came back from New York and to fit in here. And I went to Falstaff and followed High Tech and then Psychic Crew and all this other stuff happened. And this crew, but yeah, the hip hop, the culture, I think it's hip hop culture, but I lived hip hop, but I hung out in dance hall and the reggae scene because, so that's just natural here. It's not even a big thing. Whereas when I would go to New York, it was so different. Like, dance hall and reggae is there and hip hop is there. Like Toronto, no, you can be hip hop and touch the dance.
Being yourself is the only way that you can stand apart from what's happening over there. Because when you come over there and you're there with your Toronto slang and you're doing your thing and whatever, they're like, who is this strange person? But they will remember you, whether they think you're strange or not. That is something to be remembered by. And eventually they warm up, they get it. But being yourself is so important. Another reason is that when you try to fit into what other people are doing, you kind of trap yourself into having to be another person for your whole career after that. Like from you start pretending, you can't stop pretend. Like it's it. That's it. Once they expect us, like look at Sierra. I don't mean to call her. I love Sierra. She can't stop dance. You want to know why? Because she came out dancing. There's nothing else that she can do now. Beyonce killing it, singing, flinging up her head all kind of ways. She kills it. I love Beyonce. She can't come out and just sing a regular song because that's not what people are expecting. If you come into it being 100% yourself, that's all you have to commit to is being yourself. Being a female in this industry, it is hard enough to be respected as a human being, much less anything else. Like, it's disgusting. Just real talk. Like, if you're getting into it and you're not ready for those type of realities, it's gonna bun you, Okay. Let's say we were in a situation, we went to the studio, we're all talking. The most informed person in this industry right now sitting here, this lady right here, okay? But they will sooner, and let's say you knew nothing about the industry. You and her could be saying the same thing. They're not gonna fart on her, eh? they're sooner going to listen to what you have to say, even if they know she's right. To be very honest with you, because the only way you can get through being in this industry is knowing what you're looking at. If you don't know what you're looking at, you come back traumatized, B. You know what I mean?
Like, it has to mic. Yes.
Well, sorry. When you have, like she said, your first single, that is going to be your introduction. Jamaican funk. That's why I'm here. I'm here based off of my first single. Yeah. How did I get that? I have lots of songs after. How did I get the first single? A lot of investment. A lot of truth. If I didn't come out and say, well, I'm that Jamaican, they told me to stop saying it, and in CoverGirl, I said it again. I'm the Jamaican. So once you know who you are, there will be people that try to stop you, but if you know who you are, you're going to have to stick to it, really, because the easiest thing is to be yourself.
How many females in here are artists trying to be on the come up? True. We know you. Done know. I'm trying to find the nicest way to say this. I'm just going to say it. Keep your crotches to yourself, please. Like, don't.
Wow.
People will try to play you on the sex tips. Don't do it. You will lose the respect so fast.
That's the truth.
So fast. Like, it's people will play you in that way, and just be very careful with how you interact with people, who you're interacting with. Don't be afraid to take the no. If you believe in yourself and you know your worth and your talent, it's okay. If somebody's offering you something and they want certain type of things in return, hit them with the boobs, because you know what? The no is not the end of the world. If you believe in yourself and you know, like, you're trying to do a thing, giving the crotches is not the way.
Clap on
Please.
that. Clap on that. Real talk. No, clap on that.
It's how you handle it. It's really how you handle it. And I really do think the women now are not going for it. So it's a wrap on that kind of thing. But when you're young and artist development takes time, develop yourself and turn into that woman that you want to be. And don't spread yourself as thin as you may think you have to. And don't beat yourself up enough. A lot of girls beat themselves up and think that it's out there and it's not. That's all. Just grow peacefully.
Because don't think that you cannot fall victim to because you're a man. You can too, eh? Don't feel like you're exempt because the man them got too, okay?
Ladies and gentlemen, shower wisdom.
The internet has been like a gem and a blessing, but a curse same time. Because like people feel like they don't have to do all that much. They feel like life is about Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. You understand? And it's not, because that's just online. That's not even real life.
Oh my gosh. Say it again.
And like they think because they take a 1-2 selfie in a certain place, like you must have reached into a wicked studio. You're like, don't know I'm over here. And at the end of the day, what were you doing there?
Okay.
I feel like artist development is lacking in that way now because we're getting lazier as technology is getting better. It's a trap. And like when artists before did not have access to the internet and access to all these little 1-2s that we have, like they had to, as Michie was saying, they had to work, B. They had to fly to New York. Yeah. That $100 and something, you know. Mm-hmm. Okay?
224.
The exact digits, and you know that. In feeling like you can live behind your computer, you totally devalue yourself and your presence and what you can do as a person standing there right now.
You guys should be pretty grateful because you guys have grants. Yeah. We have grants here. America and the other parts of the world don't get it. I know we hear it all the time, but that is a good asset for your artist development. And those grants are decided by your peers. So it'll be people that have come up in the music, whether gold or platinum or not, or certified in Toronto, in Canada, that'll sit there and you're judged by your peers in order to get that money. We have Toronto Arts Council, we have Ontario Arts Council, there's so many, there's Video Fact, you know the regimen, but until we got Video Fact as Beat Factor as a company, we had no money. So until we got grants, did we not launch as a production company and made history here, but through grants.
Shy, if you could ask Bad Girl Michie Mee anything musically related, industry related, what would you ask her?
That's a hard question to ask me to ask a question. See that? You're a tricky man. How do you deal with rumors or negative things coming towards you about you in this industry? I'm still learning, so that's the best question I can ask right now.
Very good question. You have that inner circle. You have your family. Pick a producer. Write it down. Once you nurture your talent, it's so easy to make that immediate circle yourself. Everything that you said is what I used to do it, so you know. You know, now we have to apply it. So if you know how to, because it's like, that's why I said, you guys record all your mistakes, and now you be careful what you ask for. A lot of you guys want to get in the game. When you get in the real game, you're going to get in that TMZ and that all that stuff that comes with it, but that's part of it. That's what you guys are sitting here asking for, without knowing that you're asking for it. You're asking for the chaos. The chaos has been planted, has been there, has been placed in front of me, and I've denied the chaos. If you choose to be a public person, you choose to get beat up a bit, and it's what you ask for. So you got to be very careful what you ask for. A lot of people doing the Instagram or doing that and all the other things that are putting yourself out there in social media, it has an opportunity to come back and bite you in the ass as soon as you get popular. We've seen it happen to an example, Drake. Regardless of how we feel of him and whatever, but that is a prime example. Be careful what you ask for. Be careful, because it does come back to you. And then if you can handle it, you just have to grow thick skin. And Toronto is very good for thick skin. There's a lot of thick-skinned people here. So I think if we had the money and the push, we would survive. Some Canadians will survive worldwide. Every time we see some Canadians on a talk show in the night, or like you said, we go nuts. We internally go nuts. They could be singing backup. And we internally just, did you see them? And we go nuts. That's what we're missing that. That's it. So once you nurture your talent, you get that opportunity, and we get the financial backing, and corporations are getting ready to invest in some Canadian talent right now. And it's not just music. So you have to nurture your talent because they need you. They're looking for you. You guys are the next generation grassroots. You guys are what they're looking for. And that's how you keep your head above it. When you realize it's not up to your peers and the guys in the cafeteria and at school and stuff. Half of my friends from grade 8, grade 9, and people that even started stuff when I was in high school was just hating on me in high school. I don't see them now. You know what I mean? You're just totally different people you end up growing and being around. So thick skin, I think.
Appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you.